Never been a Daniel Dubois fan. I don't have to be, right? And I already explained all that, right? Um, Not a huge fan of either one of these guys, right? But I am a fan of the fucking sport. I don't want to see either guy get robbed. I don't want to see either guy get hurt, right? Um, but I do like what Dubois was doing after that fifth round, and during like even after the knockdown, like he kept trying to go to the body. But one thing that I noticed was Usyk, he was definitely hurt on that left side of his body. That left side of his body was trash, right? The left side of the body was torn the fuck up. But he was able to defend that for the most part. He got caught on that side a few times, but the main thing about it is Dubois doesn't know. He didn't know how to open that. He didn't know how to open him up, right? See, when a guy has an injury on there, you can't just go just like you might catch him a couple times on that side, but you're gonna have to you're gonna have to loosen that guard up on that side. He's aware that he's injured on that side, so that's gonna be where his defense is tightest. So you got to open him up on the other side. You got to do some high-low stuff on the other side. You got to get his hands moving so that you can work your way back over to to that sore spot, right? That's what you do. But Dubois, you could just see he didn't have he just didn't have the know-how, right? He didn't have the skill to be able to open up a guy, not a guy like Usyk, right? Anybody else, probably Dubois tonight, probably would have been able to get them out of there. Because Dubois fought well, man. Dubois fought well. You know, um, anybody else, probably Dubois probably finishes him off. But a guy like Usyk, you gotta know how to. There's certain things you just gonna have to know how to do. Now, let's talk about Usyk a little bit more. Usyk showed me, even though I did not like, I definitely thought he got stopped, right? Fifth round, fight should have ended. That's what I believe. I think that fight should have stopped right there, right? But I was impressed with his defense going forward. When you saw how bad he was hurt, he was really, really, really hurt. So for him to be able to suck it up, right, and get up and close that fight like that, he definitely showed some he showed a lot of scrappiness, right? He showed a lot of what's the word? I don't want to be too harsh on him. He showed a lot of veteran gamesmanship. I would say it that way. He showed a lot of veteran gamesmanship. I was gonna say bitch assness, right? Bitch assness, because it kind of is that, like. And what am I talking about? Like after that knockdown, when Dubois nailed him with that body shot right on the belt line. From that moment on, Usyk started complaining about every body shot. Now all of a sudden, magically, every body shot is a low blow now. See, and that was a tell. See, that's how you know it was bullshit. Because once he got away with calling that legit knockout a low blow, once he got away with that, now he's emboldened to, oh yeah, now I'm just gonna call everybody shot low. I mean, he was legit stopping the fight. He was stopping the fight, putting the hands down, staring at the referee, saying, "Hey ref, the ref hit me low." The referee looks at Usyk, shake his head, and then go back to Dubois and say, "Hey, don't you hit him low." This fight was fucking bullshit. Okay, so I'm gonna put that in the gamesmanship category for Usyk. Look, he don't get many home fights. He got one. That was some extreme home cooking. He was able to get out of there with a victory. He seems like the guy who probably does better on the road. Right? He does better, seem like he does better playing spoiler as a road warrior, right? As opposed to, being a hometown favorite type of guy. He don't seem too good in that role. At least not based off this fight, right? But man. So the fight didn't end in the 5th round. So I'd be remiss to not mention what I saw the rest of the way. The knockdowns that came later. Well, first let's talk about after the 5th round. Dubois kept trying to go to the body, and he was able to get in there maybe like 2 or 3 more times, and every time he was able to connect on a shot to Usyk's body, you could see Usyk wore it all over his face. He responded like he was grimacing out there. He was hurt the rest of the way. But like I said before, he was also, for the most part, he was able to mitigate whatever Dubois was trying to do to his body by keeping his defense tight on that side, right? He wasn't leaving that left side of his body open. And like I said before, Dubois wasn't able to open that side up, right? He wasn't able to loosen up his guard on the left side. So, props to Usyk, man. And then the other thing that Usyk did, and I thought this was very, very crafty on his part, he knew that his best bet would be to go for the stoppage, right? He didn't want to have one of those super questionable victories. I mean, it still is. It's still, don't get me wrong, it's still questionable, but like, he didn't want it to be like, he didn't want this to go to the cards. You know, he at least wanted to say, hey, at least I stopped the motherfucker, right? Now, let's get to the stoppage. Well, before the stoppage, there was a knockdown. Man, I tell you what, man. Both of those knockdowns that Usyk got on Dubois, I'm looking at the screen like, what in the fuck, bro? What the fuck? What is this? It's like I couldn't believe it. I mean, the first one, it's like he barely got hit with anything. And he just decided to take a knee. Like, Dubois, do I think Dubois, it's like, it's a couple stories to this game. Because people will hear me say Dubois got screwed and think that they'll draw some stupid equivalency and say that I'm also saying Dubois will be some type of good champion, or he deserves I don't know, like I like the guy or something like that. No. In a perfect world, Dubois would be champion because the fight would have ended in the 5th round. At the same time, Dubois probably would have lost his next fight or something like that because he's a fucking quitter. I don't want to see this guy for a while, right? I ain't gonna say like I don't want to see him anymore. Like, he's 21 years old. He got time to fix that quick gene that he got. Always taking knees and shit. And he takes knees off the shots that you wouldn't expect. Right? He can take the power shots. He's taking, like, you hit this guy with a jab, he'll take a knee. He takes the knee off of jabs. And then the knockout. Quick little right hand from Usyk. And he goes down. And the referee just calls off the fight. Very, very anticlimactic ending. Didn't like it. Didn't like the ending. Didn't like a lot of stuff that was going on in the fight. I thought the referee did a huge disservice to himself, to both fighters, right? Doesn't make Poland look good, you know. Europe in general, I see a lot of these types of decisions going down in Europe, man. Y'all gotta, like, that's crazy. Y'all take that home cooking shit real far, you know. But I'm not gonna drag this video out any further. We're gonna hold the rest off for the next one. So if you like the video, go ahead and throw a low blow to the like button. One time. Peace.